Hang on, that's all right. Hang on. Hey, if we save this calf's life, I'm picking one of them steers.
I was just about to say.
If it's a girl, I pick a heifer.
Yeah.
If it's a boy, I'll pick a steer. What's up, everybody?
I was just about to ask you what we were doing.
Chad and Ray, Doss Farms. So we're at my buddy G-Dub's place, and he's got a cow down.
So what's funny is I actually messaged Chad probably about an hour ago and said there was a cow hollering like crazy, and I asked if Nellie was giving birth or if they were yelling at him in the field.
Buzzards are circling.
And sure enough, it was actually our neighbor's cow, and she's gonna need some help. So Chad to the rescue.
All right, I'm gonna interrupt this video real quick. The next 10 minutes of this video are graphic, but if you've given birth or you've seen birth given, it'll be okay. But this is your warning. Don't watch if you don't want to see it. If we can get her to the vet clinic, they'll pull it, but I don't know that we can get her there because we'd have to get her up in a trailer too.
Yeah,
hopefully she's tired enough.
It's coming. Poor mom is trying. Oh.
Let's just see if we can get her in your trailer.
He's a short little fella.
Yep. They're young. He's one of his new ones. He said, look at the baby taters.
Look at how cute that white one is right here.
Which?
The smallest one.
Oh, that's brand new. It's not even tagged yet.
Look at it.
Yeah, that's probably born last night. That's mom right there. Yeah, it's like a day old. See his cord?
Yeah. Oh.
Golly, look at that mom over there. Look at the mom on that guy. This calf, it's only been like 10 minutes since we left you, but this calf likely weighs about 20 pounds. 20. This calf likely weighs about 80 pounds. So we picked up our trailer. My buddy's behind us with the trailer, and he's got a couple panels, I think. So we're gonna run in here, and the problem is we can't get her to stay down. So we either need to get her in the trailer and maybe wedge a panel in there and see if we can hold her in spot standing up, or if she goes in and we give it a try, because it's really hard when they're sitting down to get in far enough. So when Tipsy had her stillborn, well, I say stillborn, it was dead, but it's not a stillborn, but is it? That's what qualifies that, right?
I'm not sure. It was backwards, and
They lose oxygen if you don't get to them quick enough.
yes. And then this calf right here in our neighbor's pasture is backwards. Its tail is actually hanging out. We can see it. It's just swinging.
But with Tipsy, I reached all the way in, and I put the chain around one of its ankles, like where its hock is. I put the chain in there and just pulled. We actually used the winch.
Yeah, with the side
So-
by side, I slowly backed up and it came out. But she stayed down. This one isn't.
She's not staying down. And when they're on their side, they're even harder to get in. If she was standing up, there's even just a half-inch more room, and we could get those chains on her and pull it.
We're gonna save this baby though. We're gonna try anyway.
Yeah. The buzzards are already circling.
He's coming.
I think it's dead. Got her out a little bit, but every time she pulls it back in. Its tail's really cool. Can usually mean it's
As long as we can save her, that's fine. Yeah, pulling on your hands.
They're so big.
You need some gloves. You got any gloves?
Yeah, side by side.
Harder to handle than your longhorns.
Yeah, we do that. Can we get her to lay down? Can we just lay down on top of her? You know what I mean? So she can't get up?
Careful, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chad, run.
Good Lord.
Careful, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chad, run.
Good Lord.
Hang on, that's all right. I couldn't find any to get around. It's a heifer. Come on.
Came out anymore?
Yeah, a little bit. Do it, man. You got it.
I got the leg.
You can do
Push,
it.
Mama,
can do
push.
it.
Oh, she's so close.
You can do it. About to say relax, man. You can do it.
Come on, Mama.
The calf's gone. Just grab those hips and squeeze. You get a hawk or anything?
I can feel it.
You get this in it?
Man, my dang hands are getting so tired. Okay. Where's that? Is there a hook?
Yeah, I got two. You just like this.
Slip it
Yep.
around both of them.
You hook this one. It's going to feed it through a little bit, but
Oh,
you can't hurt the calf. So
yeah.
you pull it through real slow. I've had the calf, yeah. Sometimes the calf will move a lot when you do it. So we used a winch last time, but let's try this first.
Have you ever actually seen this one? No?
Put my legs against the tree. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Definitely did.
Is he dead?
I think June is stuck. Let's go get her. What's going on, everybody? It's been, let's see, about 4 hours since we pulled that calf. So if you saw yesterday's video, we rented a machine, a disc mulcher from our friends at Dig Right Rentals in Dig Right Equipment, excuse me, in Carterville, Missouri. And it did amazing work out here. I can walk out and show you a little bit. But this morning I set out to use what little time I had left, and unfortunately got a call to my neighbors, and he had a calf that was stuck. So we had to go over there and help. So yeah, look at all that. Look how far you can see in now. Isn't that pretty? There's a lot of mulch everywhere, but that mulch breaks down a heck of a lot faster than a dozer pile, that's for sure. Maximus, doing all right, buddy? Glory! So Nellie's actually over here in our calf pen, and I think it's Nellie, MJ, and the girls. All the donkeys are in the big pen, the 20 acres, because that's what they wanted last night. Lucy was pretty adamant that she wanted to go hang out with Lily, so I let her out, and since there was a lot changing, I figured it wouldn't hurt anything. A lot changing meaning when I got done with the skids here last night, I turned them all out in it. Sorry if this video seems like it's all over the place, but I just wanted you to have that experience. A couple of things to note. Yes, the vultures were trying to get at the mom before the calf was born, and those were black vultures. I've been saying we don't have them here, but clearly we do. They'll actually peck the eyes out, and they'll go after the baby if they can as it's coming out. What's up, buddy? What you think, man? Nothing? June, what are you doing up here? You want back in the little pen? Why would you want back over there? Huh? Why would you want back over there? I think these are the only two in here. Just Taters and Frank. Taters, met some of your family today. Yep, they don't eat weird. It's just something you do. Yep. Let's see, who's up there? Tipsy and Nelly and the calves are all in here. But that's all right. They'll keep each other company. Oh, Finn's in here. Remember when Frank and Finn and Taters got in a little brouhaha? Yeah, they're over it. They're like BFFs now. All right, so hear me out. After seeing that video, I'm sure you're gonna have some comments, some questions, some things like that. In this area, it is really hard to get a vet to come out if you don't have the cow pinned up. Like, they won't even give you a call because the success, or they won't even come out and see you because the success rate is very low. So to come pull a calf that's not gonna make it because you've got to wait on that mama cow to go down, I think that's why they do it. I'm not really sure. But it just is. My neighbor, they've been here since the late 50s. So they've got every vet in the phone book, and we couldn't get somebody to come out. Now, if we could have taken them over there, they could have pulled the calf just like we did. But the problem was that particular cow, that's not her first calf, but the only way I know how to describe it is when I preg checked Belle last week, I was able to get, past my elbow for a rectal, preg check. And it was easy. This particular cow, her pelvic opening, the pelvic circle was so small. I mean, it was incredible. And that calf weighed, like we said, it weighed 70, 80 pounds at least. You gotta remember, Frosty was 65 pounds at a month old. So it's just the difference in that type of cow and the type of cattle we have. As far as a chute, as far as putting a rope around her neck, his cows are not socialized. They're not pets. They can't walk up and touch them like we do. Most big ranches can't. I think there's 80, 90 mamas over there, But we did the best we could. We got the calf out. The mom's up, she's drinking, she's gonna get like B12, and they had some other things they were gonna give her to help her bounce back. They will probably sell her. She'd be a great cow for this farm because she looks, the way her structure is, she'd be a good cow to have out here with Maximus, who's gonna throw, 50-pound babies. But to follow up on that, the rope around the neck is not meant to choke her out. And every time she put stress on herself, we took tension off the rope immediately. All of their cattle over there have never seen might have seen a trailer once in their lives. So it's a brand new experience, and they're in pain. They're very confused. So really what I've found, once you realize that the calf is gone, once it's been that long, okay, whether a vet's coming or not, and we had a vet appointment, we just needed to get it in the trailer. Well, then that time passed, but once you realize the calf is gone, then it becomes just saving the mom's life. And that's what we set out to do. So I'm sure there's gonna be a whole lot of people that are gonna watch this video and have critiques and things we should have done, what we should have done quicker, and she should have been pinned up, she never should have been left out there. He hasn't pulled a calf since he was 16 years old. So you're talking all the babies born over the years, they don't have issues like that. Those are big cows. The problem is that particular mama cow is just smaller framed, and she needs to go live somewhere else where the bull is smaller. One point in the video, I'm not sure where it's at, but what happens is when you realize the calf is gone, it's not gonna make it. And what you see hanging out of it is actually the calf's tail. But when you realize it's not going to make it, then you just start walking her towards the chute, which is what we did, because it's very hard to pull that calf when the cow's laying down. So we started walking her towards the chute, at which point she laid down underneath a tree, and for the first time, she actually laid her head on her side instead of curling up, because when they curl up, everything stays real tight, and it's just impossible. So we just did the best we could with what we had. Thankfully, G-Dub was able to get that chain around the legs, and we got it pulled out. You can see him pulling, and you know, G-Dub's not as big as me. And if you're new here, G-Dub, I went to school with him. I've known him since grade school. He's always been very, very strong, very, very fit. And when he's pulling with all his might, and his foot braced on a tree, and then I'm pulling kind of the opposite direction that he is on the same chains, getting that to move up and down, that calf was doomed from the start. You know, like I said, it's not something that they take lightly. It bothers them. They don't have so many cattle. I mean, he's talking to the cow the whole time. I didn't put that in there. It's not his video. Just trying to protect my buddy, you know what I mean? But I mean, he's apologizing. He's talking to her. At one point, she was tied up, and we had to prod her a little bit. And you can hear him say, "Come on, turn around. It's all right." He doesn't want to poke her with the hot shot, but we're doing it to save her life. We're trying to get her to go in that trailer so we can either take her to the chute or the vet. But she was just stubborn, and she didn't want to go, and it is what it is. We know we're supposed to go in from the top and push down, but when you've got to pull a calf that big out of a cow that's not big enough, you just work with what you got. And if you're not here, you can't provide well, this would have worked better or that would have worked better. It doesn't work like that, okay? You can't watch a video where somebody is just trying to save the animal's life and then critique what they did like you were front row seat, okay? So don't even bother. Now, maybe you could say something like, how about next time try this? But if you come out with man, if you guys would have done this, that calf would have made it, and so would the mama, we'll know that you didn't watch the whole video and make it to this part, because that's not how it works, okay? Whole lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Whole lot of lazy boy ranchers and farmers, right? But we were talking to the vet. They called every vet in the book. They had an appointment. We did everything we could. But then it became a save the mama cow, and that's what we did. And I don't regret any decisions we made, other than I assumed at one point that she was ready to give up and lay down and let us help her. I assumed that a little too early.
Oh, careful, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chad, run.
Good Lord.
But G-Dub's mom was there too, guys. Okay, so the lady that's been living over there since the 70s, probably when they got married, pulled cows, probably knows as much, if not more, than the vets in our area, was right there with us in the side-by-side, in our side-by-side, okay? We're getting firsthand knowledge, expert knowledge of what to do. Sad day, but it turned out to be a blessing because we saved the mom, and that's ranching, that's farming. You know, it happens. At least we had a chance. If it had been another couple hours, the mom might not have made it. But with that said, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I think my folks uploaded a video. They took some of our chicks, so you need to go watch that. I'll link it in the top comment. But yep, love and appreciate every single one of you. I'll show you all the work I did with the skid steer in tomorrow's video. All right, that's it. See y'all. Thank you.